Hello Bobcats. Okay, so we're gonna continue with our linear relationships videos, but now we're gonna talk about how do we take a table and plot it into a coordinate plane, and how do we take a graph and turn it into a table. Okay, so we're going to be learning just how to maneuver it a little bit more. Let's get started. Okay, so here I have my first problem, and here I have a table. It's already labeled X and Y, so I have my independent and my dependent variable, and then so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and actually make them into points so that I can then plot it in my graph here. So X is negative 12. I'm going to separate it by a comma, and my Y is negative 8. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to all of them. Negative 9, comma, negative 4, negative 6, comma, 0, negative 3, comma, 4. Okay, and that's it. That's literally all we do. We just take it, even if these weren't labeled, and if it was, I don't know, dogs and hours, you know that the first column is always X and the second column is Y. So then you would just graph them just like that. X always goes first and Y goes second. So let's do the same thing here. Let's do our X and our Y as points. So we have negative 5, 4. That's our first point. We have negative 3, positive 3, second point, negative 1, positive 2, third point, and then I have a positive 1 and a positive 1. That's our fourth point. Okay, so then I'm going to go here to my graph, and then I have a negative 5 and then a 4. So I'm going to start at 0. You always start at 0. And then I'm going to go to negative 5, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and then 4 up. So actually I'm going to erase that because that makes it seem like I have a point there, and I don't. So we said negative 5 and then positive 4. So right about here. Negative 5 is here and negative 4 is here. That's my first point. Second point, negative 3, positive 3. So first I'm going to run and then I'm going to jump. So first I'm going to run to negative 3 and then I'm going to jump to positive 3. Okay, negative 1, positive 2. First I'm going to run to negative 1 and then I'm going to jump to negative 2. And then first I'm going to run to positive 1 and then I'm going to jump to positive 1. Okay, now I connect my dots and I can see that I have a linear relationship. It's a line. And that's basically all you do. You take it from the table, you make them into ordered pairs, and then you just graph them on the coordinate plane, and that's it. Now, is this proportional or non-proportional? What do you guys think? This is non-proportional because it's not going through, remember, the 0. It's not going through there, therefore it is non-proportional. Okay, let's try another example. Okay, so here I've given you a graph and I want you to take these points and plot them into a table. So we're going to work a little bit backwards. So again, this will always be 0. Then I have 1, 2, and 3, 4. And I'm going to go ahead and number them. 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's what I'm going to do because they're all in quadrant 1. Remember, this is 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I'm only going to label quadrant 1 because all my plots are in quadrant 1. So my first one, X. So first I'm going to run. So I'm actually at 0 because it's right on that y-axis. So my first is 0, and on the y is on the 3. So my first point is 0, 3. Second one, first I run, so it's positive 1, and then I jump and it's at 5. Okay, third one, it's at 2 and 7. So 2, 7. Okay, if I were to make a table and label this X and this Y, then I would just take them from my points here and go 0, 3, 1, 5, 2, 7. That's it. Just always be sure to keep your X and Y together, okay? Don't mix them up, because once you do that, then the whole graphing will be different. But as long as you can take them from the graph and to points, and then from points to tables, then you are fine. Okay, this one you're going to solve independently. Good job, Bobcats.